Hopefully we're back up and running. Looks like we lost connection there, but that's okay. So I think we're back. Again, I may have put Alicia a little too far out there, but hopefully she'll survive this. Again, not a lot we can really do with the tank here at the moment. Personnel have no chance. And again, all the tank's going to do is fire at the main gate, so that's a very vital piece here, because otherwise I would not have left those units out there just to fight them on their own. And that scout's throwing grenades. Not a big deal. Again, the scout's grenades aren't going to do a lot of damage here. Now that tank blocking the road is not great for me. Looks like another commander there because he's red. Bam, down. And they lost another action point, so that's good. We do not want them having command points, I'm sorry. Command points, action points, command points. I know what I'm talking about. Ragnade. Yes, sometimes units have suffered heavy damage and need to recover faster. And basically, all that is basically just medical Ragnite, and it's used to help with healing injuries. So we may use it, but I don't like to waste turns doing that. So we'll just figure out something else when the time comes for that, because there's a lot better options than the Ragnade most of the time. Alright, so we may use one of these units down here in just a minute, but for right now, we're going to try and get rid of the shock trooper.
My turn, okay?
Again, shock trooper have immense health. So as you can see, 22 shots to kill in the body, but only 4 for the head. So we're going to try and hope that we kill this guy, and that's probably not going to happen, but we're going to see. And I was kind of hoping her ability would activate, but it doesn't look like it has yet. You know what, why not, just to make sure. Alright, I'm going to do something super gutsy, but let's see if this works. And how much health? 100. Okay, better than nothing. Alright, we're going to run away from the scout now. And we're going to hide in the grass. Alright, so now what we're going to do is try to focus on this other shock trooper. But we'll see how that goes here. Okay, yeah, 40 shots to kill. Not doing too well. Get rid of the scout then, if nothing else. And we'll put him behind cover just to help him out. So now we've got 3 scouts all looking at this shock trooper, hopefully. So hopefully he doesn't do anything gutsy and try to wreck everything in the shop. Again, not a lot I can do about the tank right now.
No! If this keeps up...
Yeah, more grenades, but not a lot I can do about it. Not that they do much damage at all. Like, they just do a few points, but not a lot. Now, while the shock troopers' health and their destructive power is very high, you'll notice that they aren't very accurate, especially at longer ranges. Oh, thank God. So yeah, now Welkin's just showed up. There's usually supposed to be like he crashed through a door sort of thing, but I guess that didn't happen. So let's get him started here. We're gonna attack this tank.
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Welks.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Hang in there, Alicia.
Alright, so unlike other units, tanks do cost AP just to turn. And they do cost a considerable amount of CP to fucking move.
It's a tank! It's a galleon tank!
Alicia, I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
Alright, let's go take it down.
Let's. And again, our target for this game, or for this particular mode, is to eliminate the enemy tank. Anti-armor, explosive mortar, and the mounted machine gun. Again, I can cycle between weapons if I want. So the mortar, there's the machine gun. Not that I can really do much here. I don't know if I can hit this. You know what, let's go for this guy up here. Nope, that's not a guy. My bad. Alright, I don't know if I can get this guy. That sucks. I thought I had the range for it, but maybe not. Let's hope that the bottom circle of this actually hits the guy. Okay, it did a little bit, but not really a lot. That's fine. We aren't actually worried about that scout, though.
Here we go.
Alright, here's the important part coming up. Alright, we're as close as we can get. Cycle through, mortar, and we want the anti-armor round. This is gonna suck. I have to get 2 shots on him, and he's way far down there. Alright, that's fine. Again, I kind of wished I was a little more powerful in my tank rounds, but that's okay. We can actually alter that a little bit later.
My turn, okay?
Whew, alright.
Please hit.
Shock trooper down. And hopefully I don't die. But there's a good chance I will, so let's hope that the tank's not going to target me. And it very well might. Okay, good. Firing at the Edelweiss, that's perfectly fine. Again, the scout's probably just gonna die here. Yep. Again, the tanks act like machine gunners when they're in hold, rather than firing tank rounds or anything, so that's fine. It'd be super helpful if they fired tank rounds, but they don't while they're on standby. Alright, so this should be the last turn we have to use. Let's make it count! Oh, I missed bad. Oh my gosh, that was bad. Alright, I need to just get up in his grill.
Here we go.
Again, remember that orange circle I was telling you about? Yeah, this will be super important later, because you're going to mess these up all the time unless you're like right up in somebody's grill at the start. So let's make this count. There we go. Alright.
Yes, we stopped it. Nice work, East.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time at least.
Welks, it's a boy. Martha had a boy.
And apparently Martha just gave birth inside the tank while we were fighting a battle. Isn't that great? The tank round just came and burst into our friggin' cabin, but you know, that's okay. We gave birth. That's cool.
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
Exactly.
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Good. That's fantastic. Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
Again, the only reason that's a B rank is because we couldn't kill that tank the first shot. And I was actually kind of hoping that we had a damage booster, but apparently we didn't yet. So that's fine. We can actually go back later with an upgraded tank round and do that mission for an A rank. So, and actually that may be the first thing we do. Like once we upgraded our tank rounds, we can actually go back to that mission. And I know it seems like it would be out of character to have an upgrade and then be able to go back and replay a mission, but that's just how this works. I mean, there's no other way I could have done that. Like I hit the tank, it was a critical shot on its engine block, and it still didn't kill it. So there wasn't a lot I could do there.
Two hours after the first shots were fired, Brule was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Brule would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so?
Whelks, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us. Come here. Look, that's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
So,
Chapter 3. Vassal Urban Warfare.
again, our lovely hometown's been taken over by the Empire, and yeah, so we're enjoying that. I may keep going just a little bit here, just to get past this next part, and then we'll continue on.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession. Bruhl's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees.
Irene Kohler of the Gallian Front.
Randgries, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess. Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country. As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
So these are my new digs. Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now. Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welkin? Can I come in?
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back? It's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Colio what? And did you just say beetle? Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle. King of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking. I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
New episode, alright. So as you can see, they've joined the militia. Squad 7 is born, eh? Let's see.
Come in. Excuse me, ma'am. Galleon Militia enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am.
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am!
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yeah. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other.
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today, but you still have time. Time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randgreaves. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Okay, so as you can see, we have experience points and we have ducats. And ducats are the currency of this world. And the experience points go to our squad. So, let's go ahead and focus on, I don't know, squad barracks for right now. So, as you can see, we have a shock trooper, and we have a lancer. So, we'll get over these units later, because they're going to introduce themselves. But, yeah, so, as you can see, their aim has a ranking of C for scouts. Shock troopers have an aim ranking of D, but their range and versus personnel is a lot higher than, their range is lower, their aim is lower, but their versus personnel's points are higher than, say, for a scout, which only has 17. But the range is better by 350. And let's see. So, not a lot of details here. I was hoping they'd show the bullets, but I guess they don't, so that's fine. Largo has his own sort of key features, but we'll go over those in a minute. Yes, we can leave the barracks. Let's go to the command room. Not that it'll change any, but we'll take a look anyway.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome. This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad. You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how this works.
Thank you, Captain Virat.
This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents. I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they'll be your eyes. Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely.
So again, she's going through the classes just to let you know what they are and what they're used for. And for the most part, you want to stick to these tactics, but there are certain units that have better qualifications than others for various reasons, so we'll go over that later.
That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards. That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out.
She tells me that now.
Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings. Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant.
Least finicky, she says. Oh, how little should she know.
After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets. Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank. They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback. Changing gears, we have the engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support. They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it. Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can swap units at any time.
Okay, so this is probably one of the more important parts. But yeah, so we're going to focus on our recruits and see which ones we want. Let's see. And I have an affiliation for quite a few of these, but let's focus on the important ones that I want to first. So we definitely want Edie.
I'm Edie Nelson. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm sure we'll get along swimmingly.
Again, you'll see why I want her later. We'll actually cover that a bit. Vice isn't bad.
The name's Vice Engelbard. Let's go kick this war in the teeth.
Herbert.
Herbert Nielsen is me. I mean, yeah, I'll try.
Yoko, Hector. Actually, Jane's not bad either. Let's go ahead and do her.
The name's Jane Turner. I'll do anything if it means putting holes in imps.
Now the scouts are probably the most like difficult to choose, so we're gonna choose Nancy.
I'm Nancy DeFore. It's so good to meet you.
And Wavy.
Please, call me Wavy. From today onward, we fight together.
Let's see. I do need another Lancer, but I think Nils is probably my best chance here.
I'm Niels Darden. I'll see you on the field.
Don't really like Rosina. And again, you'll see the P's up there. Those are their potentials. So born leaders like to be in charge of a group of their squad. So they like going first. They like being the one that does critical. I definitely want Homer.
I'm Homer Perone, here to fight together with you until this war claims my life.
And Homer has a hidden talent that will be discovered later. But anyway, so what I was saying is leaders like to do critical missions. And, you know, some people are like, okay, I do better in the streets, like a city kid. A shut-in likes to be sort of off on their own and discover their own thing. Let's see, we actually want Oscar. Cesare, you know what, I like Night Vision and Meadowbread better.
Hey, I'm Oscar Baylor. Thanks for taking me on board.
Alright, now I'm gonna look for anybody that likes Edie. Let's see. There should be a few, but let's see, Vice, Alex, Jan, Frisia, Yoko, Claudia, Dorothy, Jane, Oscar, Largo, Edie. There we go.
Salinas Milton, at your service.
Vice. She actually likes Welkin, and that's kind of a rare trait. But I don't know if I want her versus Frisia or not. Because Frisia basically has the same idea. She has the fancies men potential. So if you put her in a group of guys, she'll have better stats. Chatty Cathy is not good, but we'll add her anyway.
My name's Ramona Litton. Good to be on board, Welkin.
Alright, so those are the important ones. We can actually sub in and out later for these groups, but country bred, born leader, bad back. See, he's just an old guy, but let's see. Imp hater, child of nature. Haynes isn't actually a bad idea, so let's go ahead and do that.
Haynes Salinger, reporting for duty, sir.
Again, some of the voices are a little bit much, but we'll focus on some other traits. Field, not good. Walter, okay, we can do that.
The name's Walter Nash, buddy. Pleasure to be working with you.
And again, I haven't played this with the Japanese voices, but I imagine it's a little bit better than what we're dealing with here. I think we need more engineers, though. Metalhead, Fatalist, City Kid, Shut-In. I don't know if Fatalist is actually bad or good. Let's see, Kevin and Lynn. Did I add Lynn? I think I did. Let's go ahead and add Carl.
My name's Carl Lanzett, sir. It's a pleasure to join you.
Alright, so let's go ahead and look over here at Squad 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18... Oh, 17. Okay, 17. So we have 3 more ads. Sorry, 3 more open slots. I should see that right there. I don't know why I didn't. Again, we can go over the potential info. Yeah, allergy to dust and sand leads to steady drain of HP while in sandy area. Again, we want to avoid these negative traits. So I don't know if Aisha actually overcomes these later or not, but for right now, let's focus on people with good ones. So Metalhead's okay, Claustrophobic is bad. Allergy bad, Good Buddy good. Let's go ahead and add Juno. And then Frisia.
Warren, reporting for duty. I'm Frisia York, handsome. I know you'll take real good care of me.
Again, she's really just looking for the D. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just kind of funny. Deathly afraid of pointed objects. Being around Lancers weapons makes them hyperventilate. Okay, Motley. I don't know if I want Cesari or not, because again, Desert Bread's okay, but you know what? Let's do it. We'll have both snipers.
My name is Cesari Regard, and I'll handle things my own way, thank you.
All right, you little punk.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back anytime you'd like to adjust your squad. As time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from, so keep an eye on that list. Oh, and all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat. They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the field. You can swap out members without the worry of losing the benefit of their experience. Trust in your own judgment and pick a team you know you can work well with. That should be enough to get you started. You can figure out the rest as you go.
Wow. Squad leader's a lot of responsibility.
Yes, Welkin, it is.
Come to think of it, Faldio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
So yeah, now the pacing's sort of changed a little bit. We aren't going into battle so much, but we're readying our team to do, I guess, better in the field.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. I'm the guy who's gonna whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience. I want you all to go out there, kick some imp tail, and then show me what you learned.
Hi there, Colonel. Good to see you there. And yeah, I can understand how a corrupted save file would be a bad thing.
I will train that experience into something you can actually use. Level you bums up. But don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team and we got no need for stars. You will train as a class and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. You get it? When the scouts level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level. You hear me, maggots? Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now! All right. Now I'll show you lowlights how this whole thing actually works. It ain't complicated. First you go out there and fight, then divvy up that experience here. Once the experience you cram into a soldier class clears a set amount, it'll level up. Picking which class to level up and when is your job as the squad leader. Now give it a go. Train all you want. I've got all day.
Alright, so again, you can tell what he was saying. He's like, alright, so level up everybody you want. And so, for the most part, I want to focus on those three groups right here.
I got no use for tears. Sweat, sweat, sweat. Good work, maggots. You're one level closer to human. Looks like that should beat a new potential out of the Lancers.
Now, we're going to focus on the engineers and the snipers a little bit later, but as you can see, every time we level up, the experience points cost way more. So, let's see what we can do. We're going to level up our engineers and our snipers as well, just because.
I got no use for tears. Sweat, sweat. Good work, maggots. Looks like that section beat a potential out of the snipers.
Alright, so now it's really a focus on where do I want to focus my attention. And since I'm a big influence on the shock troopers, I actually do like the snipers as well, but they aren't going to be useful for the early battles. So we're going to focus on the shock troopers for now. Stormtroopers. Thank you, Star Wars. Anyway.
Bite the bullet.
And again, we're probably just going to have to skip this every time with him because we don't want to hear him yelling. Alright, so new potentials for everybody. Lancers, snipers, and the shock troopers all got new potentials, so that's good.
Got it? That's how training by class works. Now get out there and rack up some experience. Oh, and there's one more thing to add. Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them. You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them. Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field, so keep them in mind. Other times, leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order. Here, as long as we're talking about it, I'll teach you a classic, a real golden oldie.
Alright, so we got a new command skill.
Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader. They can save your tail. It doesn't take a genius to see that leveling up your soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad. The soldiers will get stronger, and you just might unlock new potentials and orders. All that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt. I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
Alright, so let's go to R&D. We're going to focus on our tank now for a bit.
Welcome to R&D, man. What can I do you for?
I love this guy.
Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't you? I knew it! Man, I've heard about you. That evacuation at Brule was just... wow! Protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man! Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
What's going on, Leon? I could hear you from clear across the hangar.
Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man!
Sorry about him, Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid. But where are my manners? I'm Priest Cherney. I'm training here as a mechanic.
Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt, but just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
And that includes rifles and machine guns. We can even soup up your tank. Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance of the body itself, or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Right. You can choose which optional parts you want in the tank equipment section. Come in any time and make adjustments based on the needs of the operation at hand.
Again, this is pretty much just telling me what they were saying, like, oh, you can upgrade and all that sort of stuff, and then you have storage blocks and all that, but we'll get into that. So, let's start with outfitting weapons. Yeah, let's go with that. So, rifles, let's see what we got. Accuracy boost, let's do it.
All set for you, bro. It's done.
Thank you, Leon. Alright, next, firepower boost, why not?
It's done.
Again, the whole point of the initial upgrades is just to let you know that you have them, and you should go ahead and do them. And it doesn't benefit you not to do them, so if you have ducats, use them.
All set for you.
Upgraded armor.
Here you go.
And question marks just basically mean they haven't researched it yet.
Sorry, bro. Just not there yet.
Yeah, you know you're not there yet. You slackers. Anyway, so that's all we can do for now. Edelweiss. Body enhancements. So we can reinforce the armor, reinforce the barrel, more HP, hardened plate, sight upgrade, accuracy +5, which probably isn't a bad idea.
All set for you, bro.
And again, it lets you know how many blocks you have and where you can put them. So as you can see on the right there, I have 11 other open blocks, and I just have to basically fit in any parts that I get into that area.
Here you go.
And a lot of my focus is on the barrel. As you can see, some parts in yellow are like, nah, you don't want to do that, or you don't have enough money, or, you know, something like that. So, let's go ahead and outfit the tank, shall we? Let's see what we got. Change the parts. Okay, yeah, so, okay, the barrel is just a body upgrade versus like an add-on, so that's fine. Yeah, we'll focus on those later.
Well, sir, was that helpful? We're working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today. Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then.
Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
Alright, so now that we're done with everything here, we can go back to barracks, or we can just go back to book mode. So let's go ahead and go back to the book, shall we? New episode's been added. Headquarters tab now available. So basically all that's saying is if I want to go back to headquarters, all I have to do is select headquarters and I can go back there. I can say no or whatever I want. So tab select, let's go to episode. Alright, so I'm going to put some things on pause for now. I've been going for almost 2 hours, so Colonel, I know you just joined. But I'm going to spend some time, upload these 2 videos. I'll be back on a little bit later. Shouldn't be more than like an hour or so because I want to get something to eat. But yeah, we'll continue on after that. The squad's been done. All the upgrades have been done, so sorry about the boring part. But we'll get back into the battle here in a moment. So hang on, and see you guys next time.